Hello, welcome back to my channel. I'm Melissa and today's video is all about all of my anthuriums. So behind me is two separate shelves together, and one side that you can see behind me is mostly anthuriums, and I've been trinkling them a little bit over on the other shelf, and I have a few random plants. But I am making this entire shelf all of my anthurium. It is Friday evening, about 5 p.m. So I want to work for about 2 hours and get what I can done. I was gonna clear the shelf off this evening and at least get the area clean. That way I can start fresh in the morning. But I don't want to leave the plants all over the place with the cats. So instead of doing that, I figured maybe just going through some of the anthuriums and figuring out which ones I want to keep and which ones I want to downsize would be better for this evening. I'll give you an overview of the space and what we're working with and what my plan is. And like I said, we'll get started on tackling some of those seedlings and stuff this evening, and then I'll come back on tomorrow and we'll add some extra lights, style it, and do some repotting and stuff. So I really hope you enjoy this video, and let's go ahead and get started. Here's an overview of the space that we're working with. So like I said, this is two separate shelves. The one on the left I've had the longest, and I decided that this area was going to be all anthurium, so I ended up getting the second shelf, and I scooted them close together so it looks like it's one big shelf. And yeah, I'm gonna house all of my anthuriums here, and probably what I'll do with the remaining plants is maybe elevate some up on plant stands and style this area a little bit more. I am going to add this yellow acrobar to the shelf, which I'm thinking I'll have to fit that most likely on the top shelf over here because I don't think it's going to fit in between the two shelves. I'm going to try, but by looking at it, I think it's going to be too tall. The only grow lights that I have is this one here. It's like a desk lamp, I guess. It latches onto the shelf right there. And then I have one bulb. And then I also have this as like a standing grow light. I have 3 different bulb lights in here, and it's going in different directions. It is pretty low light the further away from the window we go. Like this entire section here doesn't get as much light. I do have a few extra strip lights that I'm thinking about adding on some of the shelves as a little extra light, but for the most part I think I'm just going to work with what I have, and yeah, just these 2 lamps, and I don't really want to buy anything extra for this. Some of these I did have in my plant room for a while, and they definitely appreciated the environment in my plant room, but out here in the dining area it is much cooler. Like right now it is 71 or 70 point something temperature wise, and in my plant room it was close to 80 degrees pretty much every day. So there's a significant temperature drop, which I do feel like anthuriums appreciate the cooler temps, and humidity fluctuates between like 40s, 50s. It really depends. So all the anthuriums are pretty much being grown in what I consider my ambient conditions. I also have anthuriums that are sad, that need to be rehabbed. So I'll probably tackle those at some point as well. But I'm just excited to get this styled with all the anthuriums and just space them out because they are so close together. Most of the seedlings I actually got earlier this year. Oops. I got like, I don't know, almost 30 seedlings in a span of like 2 to 3 months. So I went kind of crazy, and a lot of them, not a lot of them, there's a few that are duplicates and some I got as freebies with my purchase, but I definitely slowed down on collecting them. I also have my table ready to go here too. I was actually filming another video earlier today, so I'll probably just sit here and go through some of the seedlings with you and repot some. I brought one bin out. I'm going to go through the ones in here and figure out which of these seedlings I'm going to keep and which ones I'm not going to keep. I have 3 of these, and these I'm not keeping because I have 2 that are in my plant room cabinet, and I actually need to probably take those out whenever I'll probably put them in the acrobar and get them out of my Millsbow. But this is a Warocquanum crossed with another Warocquanum. This is Tyler's. Rousseau Plant Care, that's his little seeds. I got a pack of 5 seeds and they all have sprouted. I actually just potted these up, so it'll be a little bit, but I will list these 3 in my shop. So any extras, what I'm going to do, or the plants that I'm not keeping, I'm going to go ahead and put in a separate bin. I have some holes for airflow, but I just want to kind of isolate, quarantine them for a bit. And like I said, I'm going to be repotting the ones that need them and getting them put in here, and then I can take care of these at a later date, but I just want to get them separated. Out of these ones though, I randomly just picked 2 that I was going to keep. I feel like they all look the same at this stage, so I hope I don't regret the 2 that I kept. So those are in this bin. And what else do I have in here? Okay, this is my hybrid actually. I ended up putting 5 in here, but I'm only going to keep, I think I'll just keep 2 for right now, and I probably will let the other one go. This is my hybrid that I created earlier this year. I still have a tray of seedlings, and then I have some that I'm potting up like separately so they can start growing a bit bigger. But I randomly just picked 5 to keep for me just to see what the characteristics would be. So I have all 5 here, and they're all roughly the same size. So this is Doriakii and Forgetii. That's the mother plant, and then I crossed it with my Magnificum. So that's the hybrid. I feel like this one's really unique in a way. I like the leaf shape on that. And I do remember one of these having a fused sinus as well. So the Doriakii Forgetii mother is a closed sinus. I don't know what happened with that leaf. That got a little missing there. This one doesn't really look that unique. I'm probably going to go ahead and put this in my let go pile. It pretty much looks like all the other ones. This one's kind of unique too. It has a little bit of ruffled edge on that one. I may hang on to this one. This one looks more like my Magnificum. It's more round. I like kind of how round that one is. You see how different they look? Now it's getting tough. I feel like these 2 look similar enough, but I like this one a little bit more, I think. So I'm going to put this one in the discard pile. So what I might do is just hang on to these 3 for right now, since they all look a little bit different from each other. And like I said, I probably will only keep one of these, but you never know, because they are my creation, I guess. So yeah, we'll keep those. And these I did pot up into my aeroid mix already. They're just not really getting that much light at all, because they're on the shelf on the bottom and there's no additional grow light. So I feel like they'll definitely appreciate once they get under some better light. I'll probably give these some extra. I really like this one. This one is really speaking to me. This one here. All right, and then the last 4 that are in here is actually some that I got recently. They're all the same. These are Brielle and Michelle seedlings. Yeah, Brielle, Michelle, and it was selfed. So this one is super, super tiny. So I bought one that was 2 seedlings together, and then they ended up sending me another one because one of the seedlings that I ordered, I guess I couldn't get. They sent me the same hybrid in its place, so now I have 4 of them, which I don't need. I feel like out of all of them, I really like this one. I feel like this one's the biggest. So I'm going to keep this one for sure. And out of these 3, I feel like this one is tiny, so I'm going to put this in the discard pile. It'll be a while before I would list, you know, that, because I'd want them to grow a decent size. I think out of these 2, I think I'll keep this one just because it's grown a little bit more. I'm going to clip this leaf away though, because it looks a little funny. Yeah, so we'll hang on to this one and this one. And this will go in the discard pile. And when I say discard, it doesn't mean I'm throwing them away, just I'm not keeping. So that's what I have in here so far. And we freed up a bin, yay! I always need bins. I did have mites on these, predatory mites. I'm gonna put this baggie back in here. I had some random spider mites pop up on some of the Anthuriums, so some of them have spider mite damage. on the emergent leaves. Oh, you know what? The bin's not empty for now because I'm gonna put the ones that I'm keeping back in here. Okay, let's put these back in here. I accidentally spilled one, but those are going in here, so keep pile. And then let me get the other two seedling containers. Okay, here is one of them. And I've had it vented open like that. They were getting pretty good humidity when I had it closed, but now that I wanted them to get used to more ambient conditions because I wanted to put them out on my shelf, I didn't want them to stay under high humidity. All right, this one is definitely a keep. This was a Anthurium splurge. This is, oh shoot, I always forget. I think it's some kind of crystal mag hybrid. I'm gonna pull off that yellow leaf, but I forget the exact cross. I'll have to look at my order history, but the ones that I don't know, like a lot of them have their tags like that, but I'm going to get my printer that I use to label my shop plants. I'm gonna put the actual name on the pot so I can get rid of the tag most likely. A lot of these seedlings, I have no idea what they are, absolutely zero idea, because I'm not someone who knows. Like anthuriums are still very new to me, and I got a bunch all at once, so it's really hard for me to differentiate between them. But I feel like once I get them out on my shelf and I water them each week, I'll look at them, I'll see the name. I feel like then it'll be able to stick, you know, because any of my other plants, I can tell you exactly what they are. Maybe a couple Hoyas, not so much, I'd have to look at them, the tag. But eventually I hope that I'll be able to look at this plant and be like, oh yeah, that's this hybrid, that's the name, and that's what it is. So that's my goal anyway. But yeah, this variegated one is so pretty. So this one's potted and everything. It doesn't need any extra additional repot. Ooh, look at that leaf. That is gorgeous. Look how dark that is. That is so pretty. I watered these last night, so they're very moist. This is a Pap GY crossed with a Carla NSC. I think I can see the Carla for sure. And the Pap, obviously, I feel like you can see, but that's a beautiful Anthurium. Look at that leaf. That is pretty too. So pretty much all these hybrids I've gotten off of Etsy. This leaf is yellowing a bit. I'm gonna go ahead and clip this one. This leaf is kind of yellowing too. I'm gonna clip this one away. Yeah, get rid of some of those baby ones. All right, she's beautiful. And this one's getting ready to push a new leaf right here. I do believe I have a duplicate of this one though, because when I bought it, it was 2 in 1. So where is the, I think this is the second one. Which they kind of look different, which, no, that's not it. I do have a second one somewhere. Is this one it? No, that's not it. Maybe it's in the other bin, but I'm pretty sure I had a second one of this one. I'll have to see. But yeah, this one's definitely a keep. It is so, so pretty. So very dark too. It's like black almost. Gorgeous. And this one is already repotted. It does have some roots coming out, but I'm not going to do anything else with it. I do have to find a lot of cover pots for a lot of these because they are going on my shelf. So I would like for the roots to be covered in something that's opaque. I don't think I'll have enough cash also, so I'll probably just have to use saucers, but eventually I would like cover pots for them all. I didn't realize how pretty this one was. I'm obsessed. Wow, that is beautiful. Oh, here's my other King of Spades. This is my third one. This one does look different than the other King of Spades. This one struggled. This was from Cartel Down. I got this last year. I'm gonna go ahead and pull this little leaf here off. And I had to rehab it back, and it took a while to kind of bounce back, but now that it's bounced back, it's growing a lot. Look how pretty that one is. That's the newest leaf. It's still very much tiny, but it's beautiful. So definitely keeping this one, just because it looks different than the other King of Spades. I love how round the round leaves are on that one. Okay, so what are you then? This one's so pretty too. Look how dark. This is from Green Hues. I actually got several of her hybrids. I follow her on Instagram. Green Hues. She has very beautiful anthuriums. So this one is a SKG silver crossed with Tazula red crystal. So that's the, I guess, hybrid mother, and then it was crossed with a JV Pap Fort Sherman times self. I'm still getting used to anthurium names, but yeah, it's a beautiful anthurium. Now that it's actually growing, because I'm pretty sure I got this as a little seedling. Like it just had these tiny leaves and I didn't know what it was going to grow into, but that is very beautiful. And it's getting ready to push a new leaf. Definitely a keep. Oh shoot, why am I taking these tags out? Because I'm gonna forget what they are. What is wrong with me? So far no duplicates in here. Ooh, look at that one. Oh my goodness. This is Tazula red crystal crossed with SC and Tilakii. This is from Green Hues as well. It's getting ready to push a new leaf. And I got this one as a little seedling too. Those are the original little leaves. Oh wow, that is beautiful. So these two are from her. This one's darker. Ooh, I like this one more. The red crystal. I have a couple that have not been taken care of. Like this is literally how I got it. This is just literally sitting in water. This is not good. Whoops. This is a King of Spades crossed with a red crystal. Again, this is exactly how I got it shipped. I've had this for probably a couple months. I just haven't done anything with it. So I definitely need to pot this up. And these I think are duplicates. These are, I got these from, yes, I got these on Etsy. They gave me 3. And I think the other one that I'm keeping is over there. Let me grab that one. So what happened was I ordered one seedling and I think it came as a pair is what they sold it as. And then there was actually a third one in there with it. So these are all the same, but you can see this one, this seedling has done the best. What I did was separate them out into their own cup of moss, but I haven't done anything with them. And this one's like 3 times the size of this one. These two seem to be struggling a bit. So this is a blue velvet crossed with a Michelle and Zara. And this is from March 2025. But this one clearly is so much bigger. So I'm definitely keeping this one. And I know they have like different characteristics, but I feel like I'm happy with this one, that I wouldn't need to keep these two. Although it would be kind of cool to grow them out a bit more just to see what their traits are going to look like. So I don't know, I'm going to put these in the discard pile, and I do have to take care of these, like they're still in moss, so I actually need to pot them up. But I'm going to put these in the not keep just because I have this one and it's doing so well. And this one I do need to repot and take care of. I have 2 more cartel plants in here that, oh wait, yeah. This one here I'm going to keep because I don't have this hybrid. I just need to repot that. So I'm going to sit these 2 in up here. I'm going to do some repots probably off camera this evening. And these 2 here are 2 more cartel rehabs. This is a Bigfoot crossed with basilisk, and I actually have 2 of these. This is the one that is less ruffly, but it's doing better than the other one now. I had it rehabbing and growing back in just perlite, so this one actually needs to get potted up. But yeah, this one I wasn't planning on keeping because the other one was more ruffly, but now this one's doing well. So I'm gonna hang on to this one a little bit, and then if this one does well, or if the other one grows better, then I'll probably let this one go. But because they're both kind of like iffy right now, I'm gonna keep this one. And this one is a Bigfoot crossed with self. And this one has been struggling, you guys, struggling. This one got attacked by spider mites. This leaf here, but it's just not happy. It's not looking well. What I might do is just take it out. I can see a little bit of green root, but I don't know how healthy it is. And I might just rehab this in sphagnum moss until it grows a root system back, and then I can pot it back up. But yeah, I got this one in the first batch of seedlings from them, which was a while ago. But yeah, this one is not the best. And this one I think I need to rehab. This is actually a Carla. This was gifted by this shop, and yeah, it's not happy. I don't know if I overwatered it or not, but I can tell the root system's probably not good on this one. So this is going to be a definite keep, but I am going to rehab this. I might investigate this later here with you. Yeah, I have now 5 plants in my to-do repot list, and that one is now empty. I'm excited to have a lot of these in my collection. They're so pretty. Well, these ones are doing well. I'll be back with the other seedling container. I have hiccups. I think they might have stopped though. I think some of the duplicates are in here. So here's the other seedling container. It is jam packed. And holy heck, look at the leaf on this thing. This does not need to be in here anymore. Look how huge. Yeah, so this is actually the duplicate of the one in there, but this one's much bigger. It was 2 seedlings that I bought. It's the PAP GY crossed with NSC Carla. And holy heck, look at that leaf. Stunning. Oh wow, look at that one. It's very, very dark. So I'm definitely keeping this one. Although the other one is the same, they're just too pretty to let go. Yeah, I'm definitely keeping this one. And this one's already repotted, so it is good. Oh my gosh. You are stunning. Okay, that is a keep. I don't know how that big thing fit in here. That's probably why some of them aren't doing well, is because I've literally crammed so many in here. Yeah, a lot of these need to be taken care of. What are you? Oh, this was a free gift with purchase. Okay, this is from Jonah. I purchased, and I haven't done anything with this either, and it looks bad. So this is a red vein dark phoenix. I really wanted a red vein dark phoenix, and when I was Googling, I came across her shop, but this one is not looking very happy. It's probably my fault. I probably should have repotted it and taken care of it sooner. And then this was a free gift. It's a Bessier AFF crossed with Ace of Spades Noid and Red Crystal. This one looks kind of cute. Look at that one. But yeah, I need to repot that. It's going in my repot list, and this is going in my repot list. But Red Vein Dark Phoenix is a beautiful Anthurium, so I hope this one does okay. I don't know what's going on with that. So yeah, definitely need to repot these. Repot list. Here's some more that I haven't taken care of yet. They're still in their original mix. This is a Fort Sherman Ralph Lynam crossed with a Black Widow Michelle. That one's looking like. On the repot list. These are like drippy wet because I soaked these guys last night. And this is a Anthurium Carla crossed with a BVEP. This was a free gift, I think. Yes, this was a free gift. That one needs to be repotted. Gosh, there's so many in here that I haven't taken care of yet. Like they're literally still in their same mix. Oh, this was a free gift as well. This was a Bessier AFF crossed with a PAP. And that's what that one looks like. And eventually I may not keep all these because some of these were freebies, but I feel like until I see them grow, I won't really know for sure yet, so I want to keep them. Ooh, this one's very dark and pretty. This is another one from Green Hues. This is an NSC Carla crossed with a Tazula Red Crystal. That's what that one looks like. I love her Anthuriums. They're so dark. Yeah, that one's still in moss. I need to repot that one. Oh my gosh, my repot list is huge over here. Here's another 2 that I haven't taken care of. Okay, this is a duplicate. This is another SK SKG Silver crossed with Tazula Red Crystal, crossed with JV Pap Fort Sherman Time Self. So yeah, I don't know which of the two. Did I put the other one over there? I don't remember. I don't remember where the second one is. But I might not keep both of these. This one's actually looking really nice. I just need to put this in my repot list. Okay, this is the red spider that I got from Cartel. It was a rehab. It's doing better, but it's still very, very tiny. I had potted it back up. I'm not seeing many roots though. Yeah, I think that's the newest leaf here in the middle. It's just now coming out. So hopefully this one does okay. That's a definite keep. This is a Doc F2 crossed with Fort Sherman Ralphilinum. Oh my gosh, they're so drippy. Repot list. I don't have that many that are in my let go pile yet. This is another one from Green Hues, Red Crystal crossed with SCA Antilachii. Do I already have one of these? Look how cute that one is. Look at that round freaking leaf. Look at that. That's adorable. Oh, that leaf is so cute. It's so round. Here's another Green Hues. Oh, this one's different. Okay, this is a SKG Silver Tazula Red Crystal crossed with a Doriakii Self. I do see the Doriakii in here. It's that one. I'm gonna pluck this leaf here off. This one's already potted up. It's weird, I don't remember potting some of these up, but some of them are potted up. Like I don't remember doing this. When did I do this? It's weird that some of them I potted up, but some of them I didn't. So I'm like, when did I tackle these? Because I literally don't remember. All right, here's the other Bigfoot and Basilisk that I got from Cartel. So this one is doing better here, but it's not as ruffly. Like this one had more ruffles on the leaves. So this one I had potted up, and this was like a rehab too, but it's still very tiny. I think I just need to get it under some more light while it's still so tiny. This is the one that I'm really looking forward to, the one with the ruffles. Okay, so I have a huge pile of plants that I need to repot, and then my let go pile is not very big. Okay, so the ones that are repotted, I'm gonna put in here so I can put this back on the shelf. I don't have to tackle these tonight. All right, this one's gonna go back on the shelf for now. Let me show you some rehabs because I would like to take care of some of the rehabs as well, if they're viable. This is my original Podato radiatum. It was not doing well, and so I put it in moss, and what the heck is going on? Oh, it does have some healthy root and some growth points. This was the only stump that survived, so that's what I'm working with. Definitely still has some unhappy roots. I think I just need to get it out of this situation. It hasn't been getting any light at all. I need to take care of this. So this is going in my pile to take care of. This is one of my original hybrids I created. It's my Crystal Meg, and it's self-crossed, but this is one of the plants I had kept for me. It was actually in pon, and so I took it out of pon, and this was the only seedling. No, I have another seedling I kept that looks completely different, but I kept this one because it was really round, and the leaves are like, they're not fused, but they're like, I don't know what you call that. I just thought it was so cute. So this was like rehabbing, and it's growing back. Yeah, it just needs to get under better light, but I just thought that was the cutest little leaf. It's so round. So I'm gonna keep him just because it's, you know, one of my seedlings. This is a rehab. This is my very original Anthurium forgetii. I remember back when I moved here, I had a few Anthuriums that I got back in 2020, like my OG crystallinum, forgetii, magnificum, all of those, and they're the three Anthuriums that are not doing well. Like my magnificum that I've crossed now twice is completely downhill. It's down to a stump. And the crystallinum I still have. I actually have it in like several different sections, and it's completely like, it just is such an unhappy Anthurium. And this forgetii is so unhappy. I have tried to restart this plant back so many times. I was working on rerooting it, and this leaf, like, I don't even know what this is. Zoom, zoom! Zoom, zoom! Yeah. Do you hear him talking? I really like Anthurium forgetii, and I think what I'm going to do is just purchase a healthy one, because this one is just not healthy, and it's just every time I restart it, it goes downhill. So I think I am going to, oh my goodness. I hate to like toss plants if they're still alive. That's my problem. It's like, it's still alive, so I don't want to get rid of it, but it's so unhappy. So this one suffered root rot, and then after root rot, I put it into pond, and it still suffered root rot. And so now it's out of pond and into moss because I was rerooting it, and now it's kind of been neglected in here, I'm not gonna lie. So maybe I'll give it one more go around. Maybe I'll pot it into my aeroid mix if it has a healthy root system and let it regrow, and hopefully it does okay. And if it doesn't, then I think I'm just gonna toss this one. So this will need, this is my rehab pile. This is a Warocqueanum Elsmeralda, and this plant used to be beautiful in my plant room. And again, this is one that I had tried in pond and it did okay. And then I think it just, the root system got unhappy and it went downhill, and it was just, it would not stop yellowing and everything. So these two leaves are really old on this plant. I left them on, and so I've rerooted it. It's actually rooted a ton in moss, so I need to get this potted back up. I left this top stump to regrow. I didn't like cut this off. So, oh shoot, you know, I actually have the bottom chunk to this. Oh crap, I forgot, it's still in here. It's probably not growing now. Oh shoot, I left it covered. Yeah, that completely rotted. Shucks. I had another stump to this one. Gosh darn it. Yeah, that completely melted. Yeah, this was my queen. So I had another chunk, so I'm gonna have to take care of that. But if this is rooted, I'll pot it up, and so I'll probably let a chunk go if it does okay. But I don't really like this. Ooh, I don't really like this situation here, so I don't know what to do with that. I don't know. I don't know what to do with this situation, but I do know I need to like get it actually potted up, and I'll figure these out. Another rehab that I was really sad about is this Anthurium red crystallinum. I got this plant and it spit out literally the brightest red emergent leaves, and I had stuck it in semi-hydro pond and it was doing okay, and I think it rotted, and so I now have it rooting back in moss, and so it's got some healthy roots. So I feel like I'm going to pot it into my aeroid mix, and it did get attacked by spider mites on that leaf there, but it literally was one of the most prettiest red crystals ever. The emergents were so pretty. So I'm glad to see a healthy root system. So hopefully once I pot it up and it spits new leaves, I'll eventually like trim some of these like older ones away. But this one I'm glad is still like, is bouncing back at least, because I was really wanting this one. These next two, I think I'm going to trash. And again, with the forgetii, I may not even keep the forgetii. You guys, I might trash it. This is another one that I might trash. This one I purchased, but ever since I purchased it, it's not happy. Like the leaves are so yellow, and I even had this one under like more higher humidity and stuff, and it still did the same thing. It's a luxuriance crossed with a red crystal, and I bought this because I thought it was such a pretty leaf. but it's not doing well. It is putting out a new leaf here actually. Maybe I should give it more time. Maybe the root system isn't healthy. I actually don't see any roots. So I need to investigate this. Same thing, this is another one. It's pushing a new leaf though. I lost the tag on it. I think I got this from the same seller, so I could look back on my order history. It does look like it has some kind of pap in there though. Maybe a pap luxurians or something. But it's just like, it's never been a happy Anthurium in my care, but we'll see. I'm gonna hang on to this one a bit. I do see some healthy roots, and see if it bounces back. And this one here, I believe, is a Ace of Spades crossed with Forgetii, but it is not. I think this is just a sad, sad seedling. I don't know if it was a runt or what, but every leaf that has come out of this thing has looked really bad. So I really like looking at this one. It looks really ugly. Like, this does not bring me joy. And I have so many other Anthuriums, so I might be saying goodbye to this one. I haven't decided. I'm gonna put this one in my maybe toss pile. And this is one of my OG regular crystallinums. So the stump, I had this one in pon, and before that it was in a mix. It rotted, put it into pon, same thing, it continued to rot. So I actually propagated it. This thing grows so many offshoots that I now have like 4 different pieces. So 2 are in my shop room that are growing, and this is a piece that I put out here on the shelf. It is growing a lot of new leaves coming in, but I'm hoping it bounces back in my soil mix. It does have healthy roots and everything, so I do want to keep this one. I don't feel like I would have to do anything with it right now, maybe just clean it up a bit. Although it could probably use a little upsize before it gets super rooted. But yeah, just a regular crystallinum. Yeah, this one is actually, I'm going to take this out of semi-hydro. This is my magnificum that I've crossed both of my hybrids with, that is now like down to a stump. Again, I just don't think it's happy in semi-hydro, and I don't have many Anthurium in semi-hydro. Besides this one now, I only have 2. And they seem happy. They're bigger Anthuriums, so I don't think I'm gonna mess with them. But yeah, this, oh no, I have my crystal mag. I have 3 still in semi-hydro, but everything else is going into my soil mix, my aeroid mix. So yeah, I think this is gonna go in the rehab pile. So I think what I'm gonna do is work on some of these, probably just in my own time here. I'm not gonna be able to repot them all tonight, so tomorrow I'll do some repotting with you. And like I said, we'll get the lights on here. We're gonna take everything off and put them on the table and clean the shelves, and then we can style it really nice. I have a lot of cash pots and everything that some of the rehabs were in. I have some in my plant room. I have some pots out in the garage I need to wash out. So hopefully I have enough pots to cover like all the nursery pots, and if not, I'll just set them on saucers. But yeah, it's gonna be a lot of work for tomorrow, but I'm excited for it. I'll update you in the morning of what I kind of tackled this evening. I don't know if I'm really feeling tackling the rehabs that much tonight. I kind of want to just do some fun pot-ups. I might tackle some of the new hybrids and just pot them up really quick. And yeah, I can't believe how many Anthuriums are here. It's a lot. I'm going to do a final count tomorrow and see how many there are, but I'm excited. So I will see you back here bright and early in the morning. Hello, I am back. It is the next day. It is not early. It is actually afternoon already. I know, I was procrastinating again, but when I woke up, I was really in the mood to edit. So I had started editing last night, and you know, it was July 4th last night and all the booming and stuff. So I was just tired. So I went to bed, and then I just really wanted to get my video finished this morning. So I did that. So now I'm ready to finish up and tackle the Anthuriums. Oh, and I was repotting seedlings last night too. I think I repotted 12. I put them back on the shelf just to get them off the table. But the plan, so I'm going to clear off the kitchen. I have a few random stuff on the table, but I'm going to completely empty it off. And then I'm going to empty the shelf off completely, so it's a clean slate, a fresh start. I'm going to clean it, vacuum. I'm going to do the cords first, figure out where things are going to go. And yes, do you hear Luna? Hi. Say hi, sweet girl. Hi. Yeah. Yeah. Meow meow. She's like, oh, what did you do to me? She's like, ooh, you touched me. Now I gotta lick your stench off. She's so cute. But yeah, we're going to completely empty this off, clean it, figure out where the lights are going to go, and then we'll start putting the Anthuriums back. And I'm going to tackle some rehabs with you. So I put all the rehabs you can't really see on this table, like right here. They're all kind of in this area. So that is the plan. Hopefully it goes smoothly. And yeah, I'm excited to go ahead and get started. Oh gosh, it is getting windy. It's definitely going to storm. Hopefully we don't lose power. I hope I'm not foreshadowing anything because that would suck. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and flip this camera around and we'll get started. These are a few of the seedlings that I did last night. Let me show you a couple of them. The Carla the roots were completely rotted. So I took it out and I put it in a little thing of sphagnum moss. And I have this like cup setup situation for higher humidity. So it should hopefully reroot and then I can pot it back up. But I was thinking I was going to put this in my Mills boat to kind of rehab it because it's warmer and stuff in there. But then I forgot I'm setting up the little acro bar. So I'm going to stick it in there because I'll have a grow light. So it definitely needs to get under some light, but hopefully it does okay. I was really sad that the roots were rotting. So it's probably my own fault. I should have like repotted it and taken it out of that container more quickly. So hopefully that bounces. And the red vein dark phoenix is getting ready to push a new leaf right here. It's so stinking cute. So this one had a couple yellow leaves and some of the roots on this were completely rotted as well. I cut it away. I felt like I had enough to go ahead and pot up, so I hope I don't regret that. I'm now thinking I probably should have stuck it in sphagnum moss so I could reroot it. But we'll see. I'm gonna probably put this in the acro bar as well, but you can see the red veining. It's so stinking cute. And the rest of them from last night are in this bin. So these are all that I'm keeping and that I potted up and everything. So lots of seedlings. Look at this massive Pilotaflorum. I don't think I can get her all in frame. I finally caught some stigmatic fluid, so I hope it takes. I've literally been crossing these two inflows together every morning. I really want some pally babies. My other one is over there. Crazy. I love her. She's heavy. That was the last Anthurium. So these plants, here, I have a begonia, a marble queen, I have a string of hearts, and Thanksgiving cactus, and a ZZ plant. I'm gonna sit those. I have a little cart I can get. It's that white little portable cart. I'm gonna sit them on there just to get them out of the way. I'll have to figure out where they're gonna go. And then I think this table, I think I might scoot it. I might back it all the way back here so that so I have more room so I don't have to keep going around this table. And I can give this area like a good clean. So I think that's what I'm gonna do. All right, this is the space that I'm working with for the Anthuriums. It's all empty. I was trying to decide if I don't feel like putting that shelf back in there. and I need room for some bigger ones. I was thinking I could put some of the other bigger ones on that other side up there now. Oh, you know what? I need to figure out where the acrobar is going to go because it needs a grow light in a cord situation. Oh, I knew it. Oh, it's so close to fitting too. Darn, it's not gonna fit. So I'll have to center this up here. I could add a grow light cord in the back. I might have to do another extension cord though, because the Barina cord, I don't know if I have another extension cord. I don't know how I'm gonna work the cords. I'm gonna have to play around. I'm gonna grab my lights and cords and supplies, figure out what I have, and think about this for a second. And I think what I'm gonna do just to save time is go ahead and wipe down the shelf and vacuum really good and just get this area nice and clean. And then I'll pop back on and give you an idea of what I have with the light placement, and we'll work on putting those up. I am down here on the floor. You can't even see, I have a mess down here. There you go. I have all kinds of grow light stuff that I was going through. So I got this vacuumed and I wiped the shelves down. So that's already done. I have a clean surface. So for the grow lights, okay, what I have here, also I have looked everywhere for the, I had just did the, let me put this back up. I had just did the Hoya shelf, the cords and everything, and I had an extra outlet plug-in surge protector thing with multiple plugs, but I can't find it anywhere because I need it. I must have put it somewhere thinking I wouldn't need it again, but I have no idea where it is. And I need the extension cord in order to do the light, so I might have to run out. I wonder if Ace Hardware would have one because it's not far from me. So I have, like I was saying, I have the Barina strip lights, the 1 foot. So one is going in the acrobar, and then I might do 2 or 3 across one shelf, just 1 row for extra seedlings. I wish I had one more because then I could do 2 shelves with 2 lights because I have a lot of seedlings still, but I only have 4. And then I also have, I have 3 different Scentsy bulbs. I have a 10 watt, a 15 watt, and a 36 watt that were extra lights. And I also found this in my plant room closet. It is a hot mess in there. I had no idea I had a black clip light because everything's usually white. So this actually, I could fit this on, it would clip, and I could probably do a 10 in here since it's small to give some extra light. So this is an option I could do. And I have an extra black extension cord for that if I need it. And then I also had, so this was hanging in the entryway, but now that those 2 plants aren't there anymore, I had a couple, I have 3 of these that hang from the ceiling. You just plug, it's like a cord. I have a really long one, and then I have 2 that are this size. So I actually have a ceiling hook up in the corner up there that I didn't do anything with. I had a hanging plant in this corner for the longest time, but I left the hook in the ceiling because you had to drill through the ceiling and it caused like a big hole. So I left the hook. So I could use this from the ceiling, and I'm thinking this will probably be too much light, the 36, if I hang it from the ceiling. It's kind of big. So I was thinking I could do the 15 in here and hang that from the ceiling. And maybe I could get it, I could angle it a little bit so it could get the Anthuriums on the top shelf a little extra light. So that is extra lights. And also the lamp, that one, so I had it on this side. So what I was thinking, I could switch it and move the lamp to this side, and the arm one, move it to that side. Because if I hang the ceiling light, if I do that on this side, I won't really need the arm light. I feel like this side is more dark, so I feel like if I do the arm light over here, it would give more light, and then I could do the clip light on this side as well, like this other one. Do the ceiling light and move that one to the side, And then I'll have Verenas on that side too. I don't know if that makes any sense. Yeah, I don't have any plugs. I need them to be on a timer. So I might try and find that. I might look again everywhere and see what I have. If I have to run out, I'll let you know, and then we'll figure out what we can do with the cord situation. It's actually been probably over an hour. It's been a while. I think I have the grow light situation figured out. I just have to add the Verena in here and get it plugged in, and then I have to secure some of the cords with zip ties. I still couldn't find the outlet plug-in thing. I have no idea where I put it. And I decided to not hang anything from the ceiling. I put it up there and I don't know, it looked kind of weird. So if I decide that I need a grow light from the ceiling in the future, then I can always add one. But I think the lights that I have, I ended up switching the ones, like I was saying, around, and it actually looks pretty good. It's mostly the inside, I think, that's a little dirty. But once I have it up there, I don't even think you'll be able to see any of that. It started raining too, because I was almost going to run out to get the cord, and then it started raining. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make it work with what I have. The black extension cord actually had 3 plugs that I could use, and then I have that extension cord plugged into an outlet timer. And then I did find something else that I could use over here because I need 3 plugs over here. I might have to scoot the shelves over like an inch though, because the cord on this side, the plug is right next to the shelf, and I don't think I can fit the plug in there, so I might have to scooch them over a hair. So for the Verena light, I am just going to use some double-sided sticky tape, and that should work. For this, let's see, where'd it go? I just had it here. Oh my gosh, it's right in front of me. Can't get the backing off. There we go. You know what would look really cute on the shelf is getting some little decor pieces that would go with the Anthurium vibes. Here, I'm just gonna stick this right on here. I'm gonna be able to see the top of this, but I guess I don't really care too much. It'll be on the top shelf, so I feel like I'll barely even notice it. Oops. Luna's playing with a cable tie on the floor. And where's the plugs? Just gonna need one of these. And so this is what I'm worried about. This is what I don't think is gonna fit. I might have to Y-site this into the Verenas that are already there, which I might end up doing. Actually, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do that. That way I won't have to worry about feeding it all the way back down to the plug, and I won't have to move the shelves. I'll just Y-site it into the other ones. And so this will have to, oh shucks. Here, let me see this. Oh. Come up this way. Are you eating that? Don't eat that. That is plastic. Luna, child, that is not a toy. You're cute though, you are. You just want to get into everything, huh? Are you being cute? Yeah, say I'm being cute. I'll hold that up there. All right, this should be good. Okay, moment of truth. Oh. Okay, this will go in the back. Oh shoot. I need a long connector and I don't have one. Shucks. I can't Y-site that in. What was I thinking? I don't have any more longer cords. I do not think that's gonna fit. Let me see. No, shucks. And I don't have another long one. I'm gonna have to bring the plug all the way back down. I'll have to move that to the other side and I'll have to feed it into the plug down here. Oh shoot, it's not gonna be long enough. Oh crap. Even that's not gonna be long enough. It won't fit in there. Darn. This is not working out. I need another extension cord. Oh wait, I do have another extension cord. Hold on. Yes, this will work. I can plug this into here. And then this can go into the outlet, I think, that I have down there. I can always buy another pack of the longer T5 cords and switch this. I could do that, but it won't get here for a couple of days, which is fine if I don't like this extra cord here. This setup I feel is just so crappy. I feel like, I don't know, it's not professional, but I don't care. I feel like it's gonna work. So let me show you what I did with the lights. I just cut the this one here on. I honestly don't know how I feel about it up on the top shelf. I feel like once I get my seedlings in here and the other Anthuriums scattered throughout to kind of cover some of the cords and just make it nice, I feel like you won't even notice the lights. Like I have white zip ties on the black because I don't have black zip ties. I only have the white that came with the lights. I do have black zip ties, but they're like 4 inches because they are a little bit noticeable, but maybe once I get some leaves here, you can't really see them. So yeah, greenhouse cabinet. I have it centered right now, but if I want to move it over to the left, I can, or over to the right. And then I decided to put the extra 2 Barinas that I had on the shelf here. And what I'll do is I'll get like a riser, I think. So I'll do the small ones here and here. And I ended up switching this grow light here. So I don't have it on yet. So, oh, there we go. And this I can move and adjust and I can swing it so I can rotate this any which way. And look how much light those 3 shelves are now getting. If I bring it out further, that's a lot of light. I feel like that's way more than how I had it on the other side. So I feel like the Anthuriums will definitely be happy here. And then on the middle part, I added this grow light right here, just a tiny 10 watt, just to get some of the middle shelves. And then I moved this arm over here that has 3 grow lights, and then I can adjust those if I need to. So the top row where I have a lot of the tall Anthuriums aren't going to get much light. So what do we think of the setup? I kind of like it. I'm not a black light stand aesthetic. I like the white, but because the black was on the shelves, I figured the black would fit. I think it's going to look so good with the Anthuriums here. So that's the next step. I'm going to clean up my mess that I made, vacuum again, and then yeah, work on styling all the Anthuriums. I have them literally everywhere. I'm going to do a final count here once I get them all on the shelf. And like I said, a lot of these do need to be repotted, but I'll work on that in my own time. I will sit down and do a couple with you though here. I have a lot of the bigger ones this way. But I'm excited to get the seedlings out. I do know the pallies are going to have to go on the top section. I was thinking here. I did have the big one over here by the window, But I'm wondering if I should do the big one over here and the smaller one over there. I don't know, I'll have to play around with it here. But I'll be back on in a second. Let me get this cleaned up and we'll start styling the shelf. It is getting ready to downpour. It's getting so dark. So I brought out these little risers. I have two. I had these originally in my acrobar, like that. So where the seedlings are gonna go, I have one here, and then I went ahead and put one in the acrobar, the other one. I think the first Anthurium I wanna do is the King of Spades. And it's gonna take me a while to figure out the pots too, because I have dirty pots out in the garage that I need to go through and clean out. And I also have some in my plant room. I have, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of that trying to figure out. So I'll probably style some of this with you, and it is now 6:30. No, it's 6. I thought it was 6:30. It's 6 o'clock. I do have to water my plant room too. So what I might do is pop back on with you tomorrow and give you an overview of the shelf and tackle the rehabs, because I don't think I'm going to be able to tackle the rehabs tonight, because I'm going to need probably a few hours to go into my plant room in there. So we'll see how much I get done like in the next hour and a half. And yeah, we'll probably make this a day 3 thing. I'll just come on in the morning and do some stuff before I get ready to do like my shop stuff. So yeah, let me grab the King of Spades, and I'm gonna see if it fits in the strawberry pot, and we'll put that here. So I actually have 3 King of Spades. I have this bigger one, and then I have the smaller one. Well, this one's an offshoot from the bigger one, but I was thinking about the smaller one doing in the strawberry pot because it's so stinking cute. But then I don't know if I can see the pot that much. I love this Anthurium so much. I'm wondering if I should do a different plant in here. See, it's gonna take me so long to figure out the pots. What do we think? Right here? You can still see the strawberry pot a little bit. I'm wondering if that's not a good pot match. I'd actually like all my King of Spades on this shelf. This is the one that I had the bigger one in, but I don't like this pot for this one. I'm not a fan of this pot. It's okay, but it's not my favorite. Okay, ooh, I forgot. I got this pot at Lowe's when I was in there filming my shopping video. I think it'll fit in here. Yes, it's perfect. And then we're gonna put this behind. I feel like she should push a new leaf soon, this one here. I don't really want to see the baggies. I don't want to get rid of these yet. I still feel like the mites are a little active. I just don't want them on the front of the leaf. So we can do the bigger one and its sibling like next to each other. Ooh. She's so pretty. And then we can do the little one like right here, the little King of Spades. Look. Okay, here's the little one. I put it in this pot. Again, I got this one from Lowe's too. I only got 3 pots. Darn it, I hate when pot stickers do that. It's a little bit small though. The plant, it's too small for this pot. I honestly love these pots so much. I might go back and get more. I tried in TJ Maxx, but they didn't really have any that I liked. But I love the green color. So this one looks different. This one isn't, this is from Cartel, where that was from Aroid Market when they sent me those imports. So I feel like the baby can go like in the middle. Oh my goodness, stop. It's so cute. I love that. And the blue, it is kind of blue-green. That's one of my favorite greens, is like this color, and this is blue. So, oh my gosh. That's freaking adorable. Okay, I love that. That was so much fun. That made me so excited. Let's do my little variegated one. I've been dying to get that one on a shelf. Yeah, I'm gonna need some pots. Oh, this pot's too big. Shucks. That's the variegated one. Yeah, it's too big. What about this pedestal one? That's cute, right? I'm gonna hit my head every time I go around that. I feel like I want the variegated one here too because it's so cute. Oh, I wonder if we should put it on the checker. I should probably save that for a bigger Anthurium. This has now become my favorite, this section. So I'm like, I kind of want to do it over here. Maybe, sort of, kind of. Although I feel like this one's tiny, it would appreciate like more light. Ooh, I should probably do this one here. Okay, I like that, that's pretty. That looks good. Another one of my favorites right now is this Black Widow, cross with Black Widow. This is Doc Block. That's a new leaf, finally a new leaf. The one that came in while it was in shipping came out a little funky, and then the one after that, I don't know what happened. It like, the new leaf was like all kind of burnt like. I think it was just, I don't know if I spilled something on it, like fertilizer, I don't know. So this one here is coming in and it's like pristine. So I have a Monstera pot for this one. I'm thinking this one, since this is like my favorite little corner, I'll do on the checkered pot here. I think that looks good. Although I feel like some of these are going to get huge, they're going to need to go somewhere else, but I like that for right now. Or since it is a little big, I can move it off from the checkered one, and then I can put something else a little bit smaller here. I think I'll do that. New leaf is stunning. I don't know who to tackle. Let's do some of my seedlings because I have so many. Okay, I'm bringing these little cases and I have a stool here so I can grab them. What I think I'll do is just sit them on the shelf without a pot, and then once I get them all on the shelf, then I'll go through and add pots to the ones that I feel like would look nice, I guess. Because I have so many pots in so many places, I don't know where to put them. Ooh, okay. So some of these like newer ones, I might just start putting on here, like some of the pretty ones with dark leaves. I think for the riser, I'll get some, I have some clear acrylic little trays. I'll get some of those and sit those in them. That way they don't leak when I go to water them. Okay, so this one I do have two of. This one's actually a little bit big. So I'm just gonna sit him down here for right now. And I'll move him. Okay, so I only have 3 in there because I took a couple out. Okay, so these are the same. Yeah, these are the same. They were 2 seeds in a batch. They are a Pap GY and Carla NSC, and I was gonna let one go since I had 2. But now I don't know. If anything, I would let probably this one go because it is smaller. So I'll have to sit these like beside each other until I figure out what to do with those or where they're gonna go. Okay, the little red spider, I want this one to do well. I'm gonna sit him there for now. And then one of the basilisk, I could do one here and then the other one here because I do have 2 of those. Okay, this is the other basilisk. That one and SC. I think these are the same. These ones here. Yeah, they are the same. Red crystal and Scott Cohen, Antolochia. Yeah, they are the same. Is there one that I like more? Because I don't need 2. Although this one had the really round, cute leaf, but this one does too. I think I like this one more. So since this is a duplicate, I might let this one go. I'm gonna put this off to the side though, because I'm not sure yet. All right, this Carla that's rehabbing, I'm actually gonna be putting in the greenhouse cabinet because it's a little bit more humid in here. Uh-oh, I don't think that cup's gonna fit. Oh no. No, it's not gonna fit. Oh well. Maybe I'll just do this one off to the side. Oh, I have to go get my Warroquean in my cabinet too, those two seedlings, because I want to put them in here. So these are the Riel and Michelle. I have two of those that I'm keeping, so we'll do those here since they're tiny, tiny. King of Spades Red Crystal. This one is tiny. And this Carla and BVAP is tiny. Put that one there. We'll do my 3 hybrid crosses that I'm keeping. We'll do my 3 on the back shelf here. 1, 2. Uh-oh. I gotta get little trays too. So I think I'm only gonna be able to do 4 and 4. And so if I do my 2 Warroqueanums, I have 1 more unless I have to take one away. Is there another small one? I think because these are really small, this red spider and this one here, I kind of want to put those in there. But now I'm not going to have room for the 2 Warroqueanums. Wasn't there another tiny one over here? Yes, the red vein dark phoenix. I feel like I want that one here because it's tiny. I wonder if I should not do my seedlings in here then. Since I have 3, I could just do these together, like off to the side. I could do the red vein dark phoenix. I could do this red spider. And then the 2 Warroqueanums in my plant room. I think that'll be good for that. I still have like all these like little seedlings left. Can do this one here. Right now I'm just kind of putting them wherever. This one. This one's a little bit big. I can put this one somewhere else. Is this a duplicate? SKG. No, that's not a duplicate. I can do that one back there. Actually, since this is a 4-inch, let's do the 4-inch back there. And then we can do 3-inch, 3-inch. Do that there. Oh my goodness. I feel like this variegated one doesn't look good here. I might move it back over there. And we have 2 more. I'm just gonna set them right here for now. I kind of like the seedlings together. Since they're smaller, what I could do is just put 1 here, 1 here, and then 1 here and 1 here, and then I'll have to find either saucer trays or pots for them. I feel like that's good. So I literally have an entire row of seedlings, and these 2 here are kind of big, so we'll leave these out. I actually might move these over here. Okay, so that takes care of the seedlings. I don't think I have any more seedlings except that 1 duplicate. I'm gonna put this mite packet back in here in case there's any more mites that want to come out. Here and here. All right, this is what we're looking like for right now. I put the variegated little cutie back there, and then I just sat those there for right now, but I'll probably rearrange. So I think what I'm gonna do next is put my big pallies on the top. So those little seedlings might get blocked. I might have to move those actually. Yeah, I might end up moving mine to right there and then not put anything right here since it's gonna get blocked. Now the question is, do I put the smaller one over here on this side? This is the smaller one, because this is actually gonna go here. So it's gonna be kind of low light. That's the smaller one. I'm thinking I'll go ahead and put the big one back where it was, because it was pretty happy there, like right there on the end. She's so big. Whoa. Oh goodness. Okay, so it's kind of where she was at. I feel like she looks good there because she is such a big Anthurium. So yeah, I think I like her there. I still have so many Anthuriums, and this isn't even my rehabs. Like, what the heck? I have so many. This looks really good. I'm really glad I switched the arm and the stand light. It honestly looks a lot better over here. Some more light was definitely needed, for sure. But I really like how it's turning out so far. Okay, I think what I am going to do is work on styling the rest of these. And like I said, find the cover pots for all of them or a tray and work on that for a little bit because it is 6:30 now. And yeah, I'll come back on. If I don't come back on tonight and show you some stuff, then I'll come back on tomorrow and give you an overview and we'll tackle some rehabs. But I might pop on tonight and do some rehabs like late tonight, maybe after I water my plant room. But we'll see how the evening goes. But yeah, I'll jump on at some point and fill you in and everything. But I'm excited. This looks so good. Oh, I'm so happy with this. I wished I had done this sooner now. I don't know why I was dreading this task so much, but now that I'm doing it, I'm like, what the heck was wrong with me? This is so much fun. So yeah, I will check in a bit later. Hello, I am back. It is the next day. So we ended yesterday. I did some styling with you on the shelf, and I took last night to style the rest of the Anthuriums that were on the table here. I didn't do any more repotting, and then I did a little bit of watering, and then I finished all my watering this morning and some house chores, and so now it's like 2:30 almost, and I still have like 10 to 12 Anthuriums that I need to take care of, so they're rehabs. And then there was that couple that I might not keep. I might just get rid of because they don't seem happy or healthy. So I figured I would go ahead and do a few rehabs with you, like get them potted up and check on their root systems. And I'll probably tackle the rest of them in my own time and get them styled on the shelf. But you guys, the shelf looks so good. I'll give you an overview of it once I tackle a few rehabs with you. And yeah, it looks really, really good. Especially last night when I had moved the table and everything back, so it's kind of blocked a little bit. I probably should have waited to move the table, but yeah, it's crazy. I love having all the Anthuriums kind of spread out like that now. And I think the light is just enough. It adds a little extra. And I can see the seedlings. I still have those other few plants that I need to figure out where they're gonna go. They're on like a little cart beside me. But other than that, like everyone looks good. I like the way that I organized it. I will say there is a lot of white because all I really have is white pots. But for this shelf, since I'm utilizing a lot of black, I feel like the white kind of clashes. So I might try and get some like darker colors, like the greens, and maybe a few black pots. I feel like that would look good with the Anthurium. But since I mostly have white pots, it's what I'm working with for right now. And a lot of them, well, there's a good chunk of them that aren't in a pot yet because I don't have enough ceramics. I do have some more out in the garage I need to wash and organize and stuff, but I need to get some smaller, like probably 3-inch size pots. So yeah, let's go ahead and tackle a few rehabs. I had just washed my hair and everything, so it's still wet. I'm like, I need to shower before I turn the camera on. You guys, I was a hot mess. I was, yeah, cleaning house, washing the cat boxes, and refreshing the litter. It just, yeah, I was looking kind of crazy. All right, so the one that I'm going to check on first is the red crystal. So this is the one with a really bright red emergent. And it was doing well when I first got it. And I think the issue that the problem that I caused is I put it into pond, and I think it either it stayed too wet, or I let it go dry and it got dry rot and rotted the roots. But yeah, the root system was not happy on this one. But you can see it is growing in new roots here. So I'm gonna take the moss off, and I have my soil mix here. I'm only gonna work till like 4 o'clock, an hour and a half. So once I get done filming, I'll probably tackle a few more rehabs, and then I have to start my order prep. Today is Sunday, so I didn't have a huge restock this week, but I still have a good amount to pack up, and I restocked the pond, so I do have quite a few substrate orders to pack as well. Like, I had just wiped the table. How's there cat hair all over this already? So yeah, I'm definitely not putting this back into pond at all, because I don't really like my Anthurium in pond. This has been in moss for quite some time. I think I did this earlier this year, like this one and the queen. I'm trying to think when I did that. I would say it's been at least 3 months, I think. Or this might be the 3rd month. I don't have any shears close to me, do I? I had so much to water this morning. I was supposed to flush my pond in my plant room. I have so much pond still to flush, but I'm gonna do it next weekend. I just wanted to get through it very quickly. I can't smell alcohol now without thinking automatically back to the hospital. Oh no, it's okay. Yeah, whenever I smell alcohol, it just makes me think of all the alcohol prep pads that I had in my scrubs. I just can't, like, every time I smell it now, it just brings me back to those days. Has a little bit of rot, but I think those were the old roots that were still left on, because all the new roots look healthy, I think, for the most part. So I did go around and count the Anthuriums this morning, and with the rehabs that I currently have, and this is not counting all the seedlings that I have in my shop room at all, because that would be a crazy amount of Anthuriums, but just Anthuriums, like plants that I have out here, guess how many? It's more than the Hoyas. So with the Hoyas, initially when I counted them, it was 64. 69 Anthuriums. 69. And that will decrease some, because like I said, I think I am going to get rid of a few over there. I'll eventually downsize some duplicates and stuff that are still over here. Because I think when I did the shelf, yes, when I did the shelf, when I initially added the second one, I had done a video and did like an Anthurium collection. And at that time, I think I only had 25. I have a piece of moss in my hair, don't I? I can see it out of the corner of my eye. So yeah, I went from 25 Anthurium to 69 in a matter of, I don't know, 5 months, something like that. Craziness. Hubby's back home, by the way, now. He got home a little bit ago. He actually came home early because there was a tropical depression hitting the coast of South Carolina. So he's from North Carolina, and he kind of wanted to beat some of the rain, so he came back a little early. But I had no idea there was like anything out on the any kind of tropical storm or anything like that. Okay, hopefully this one stays happy now. See, I think where some of the rot was, where the old root system was, like where the base of the stump, and so all this here is new roots. So I am going to use a little Myco. I haven't used this in a bit. just to help the roots out. And I was thinking of 4-inch. Do I have any 4 inches? Darn, am I gonna have to go get some? Gosh darn it. I have 3-inch. Yeah, that's gonna be too cramped. I don't wanna do a 5-inch just yet. Darn it, I'm gonna have to go get some 4 inches. I thought I had some in here. I must have used them all last night. I'll probably put the queen in a 5-inch. So I'll need those. Okay, I'll be back in a second. Okay. I'm still sleepy. I could use a nap. I am getting up early though to finish packing in the morning. Mondays are usually my 6:30 wake up. Okay, so we're gonna do that. The heck is that, a plane? I think that's a plane. All right, so I didn't really make enough. I was trying to make that liquid dirt recipe, but I didn't have the proper Castile soap. So I made a little bit with some different soap that I had, but I'm pretty much out of it. I was trying to wipe leaves last night too when I was putting them back on the shelves. I was trying to like clean them. I think this is the newest one here in the middle. But yeah, hopefully it bounces back. I really like just a red crystal. Although I feel like crystallinum, my original one, you know, is rehabbing. I had split it up, but I feel like it hasn't been the easiest. I do have a little leftover water from this morning with my nutrients. I'm just gonna water over this container here. Okay, red crystal is rehabbed. Yeah, I don't think I have any more 4-inch pots like ceramics either. I'm gonna have to scrounge some up out in the garage. All right, hopefully this guy is happy back in substrate instead of pond. Okay, next let's go ahead and figure out what's going on with this one. This is one of the cartel. It's the Bigfoot. In self, I don't know, I had potted it up. These are still 2 of the original leaves here, this one and this one, and then it spit out this new one. It's been a while ago, but I feel like the root system isn't happy on it. Maybe it just shocked still from being imported. Yeah, the root system's non-existent on it. All right, this one we're gonna have to do in spag moss, which I'll have to, wait, do I still have it? Yeah, we're gonna have to put this one in sphagnum moss and higher humidity to rehab. Darn, well hopefully this one will come back too. So all the import roots are gone, and then this is a new root that had started to rot as well. I'm gonna go ahead and peel the lower leaf off since it doesn't have a root system. And then we'll leave these 2 little leaves, so I'll have to get some moss for this guy. Before I tackle this one though, let me go ahead and do the queen. So I have the chonk piece, and then this was the main piece that is my plant. What is even going on up here? I have no idea. I really want to just chop this off. Maybe it will activate a node lower. Should I go ahead and do that? Because this is going to bug me, this piece sticking out. I don't like that. Let's see. like it's gotten so dark in here. Let me bend you down a little bit. Let's see what's going on. Oh wait, you know, I can use some of this moss actually, because this looks pretty healthy. We're gonna rehab the other Anthurium using some of this. Making a huge mess. I have potting mats right beside me too, but I decided to not use those today. Oh yeah, this stem is still very long. That's literally like one big aerial root that has grown this here. Yeah, you guys, I think I'm gonna cut the top off. There's a growth point right here, that little green thingy. We're doing it, we're gonna cut. I'm gonna cut right here. It's done. And that should activate new growth. I'm not gonna keep this. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of that. I remember tackling this in an older video where I had upsized it and it was in pond and the root system seemed healthy, but again, it's like, I feel like it just started going downhill in semi-hydro. I'm very eager to see how they're gonna do back in soil. Well, this one I never put into soil because I had it was shipped in spag moss and I put it directly into pond. So I'm curious how it'll grow now. Some of the ends are still a little rotty. I remember the stem was so long, so that's the bottom part. I could actually cut this a little bit more because this aerial root is coming from up here with all this growth, and this one is from up here. I think I'll leave it though. I don't want to induce any rot, any more rot on the stem or anything. I think I got most of the moss off. So yeah, a lot of roots, a lot of healthy roots grew in. I'm gonna use some myco on this one too. Actually, let me go ahead and put some down in here. And we'll kind of leave the tip out a little bit. I'm making one heck of a mess. A lot of cocoa chunks in that section. And I might cut these away once I get a new leaf. There's nothing wrong with them, but I've been like chipping away at the edge because it's crisping a little bit, and sometimes the crisping bothers me. So if there is an ugly leaf, I'll cut it away. But we'll see. Hopefully I get a new one soon. I haven't had a new leaf on this plant in forever. Okay. I hope you like being in tree fern. I don't see why I wouldn't. There's a little root sticking up there. Oh, perfect. What was this in? Oh, the red crystal was in here. So we'll use this little cup to pot up the rehab and moss, and then I'll have to give it high humidity. Are you in your polyfill? Luna. Are you in your polyfill? She's obsessed with polyfill. She loves to like needle it, and then she'll lay on it. She makes it cozy, and then she'll sleep sitting on top of polyfill. It's the cutest thing. I may tackle some of the rehabs, the rest of them like later this week in my own time. Because I don't know if I feel like doing any more plant care, if I'm being honest. I need these leaves to go up a bit, like that. I need a little stake in here, and I'll tie the leaves up like that. I'll have to get something. And then this little guy here, poor thing, we're gonna use this moss. And then what I'll do is just get a bigger cup and sit it over top so it'll hold humidity in. Either that or I'll put it in a propagation bin. I could stick it in my IKEA cabinet because it would do well in that environment. All right, so we'll let him rehab. Hopefully he roots back and does well. All right, I'm gonna grab something for this guy, stake him up, and we'll try and fit these onto the shelf, and then I'll give you an overview of the shelf and how I have it for right now. And yeah, I'm excited for all the Anthuriums. I was thinking last night, it's like a lot of these are gonna get huge and they won't fit. Like I cannot fit 60 Anthuriums on this shelf. So it will be interesting. I definitely feel like ones that look similar, I don't want a bunch that look the same in a sense. And I feel like I have a good mix. I feel like there's a lot of them that definitely look different from each other, but it's cool. I like seeing all their different characteristics. Okay, for the queen, I don't have another pot that I could use, so I'm just gonna have to use a saucer for now. I might have a pot in the garage, but I'll have to see. But I do have this other little pedestal thing, it's green, that could elevate it up a little bit. So I think that might work. And then I'm gonna try using this and this. I hate these things though. I think it will work for now for these little vines. So that's what I did, stake, and then I wrapped it around there. Kind of wrung it together. I just need to get a pot for it. It works for now. I'm probably gonna have to set this on the top shelf though. And I'll just go ahead and do this red crystal down here on the bottom, since I have a spot right there. I still have a mess here on the table, like these are the rest of the rehabs I have to take care of, and those there. But let me show you the shelf. Let me back up a little bit. I wish I hadn't moved that table before I gave you like an overview. And like I said, I still have to fix these plants. But I'm gonna put this stand back in that corner there. Oh, let me show you Luna real quick because she's so cute in her bag of Polyfill. Look at her. But yeah, here we go. Here is the shelf. I find it really hard to believe that all these Anthuriums were on just pretty much that one shelf. Like, how did I have room for all these? I have no idea. I really like it. So the biggest difference is definitely the lights. So most of the seedlings are here and here. And then I separated some of the seedlings out that were getting a little bit big, like some of those. And I have like another one there that I put out and another one there. I think these two shelves here are my favorite. I have all my King of Spades here, all three of them. My little variegated one. I love like the blue and green, so I'm gonna get some more of those pots and maybe like a darker green. I feel like that would make the Anthuriums look really good. I had that cat pot from a while ago. I just hadn't used it yet, but it fits a 3-inch up top perfectly. So I have the little variegated one in there. And I need to get some little decor too. I have this little cat figurine here, but I feel like I need to get some more stuff. Black Widow is here. I love this one. The new leaf coming in. She is gorgeous. And I have another dock block here. This is, oh shoot, I always forget the name of this. It's red velvet cake and something else. I have the tag right there. These are the same. I have another Anthurium there. Some of my bigger ones are here on the bottom. So I have those, and then I have another big one down there. And then I have another couple of big ones up top, Ace of Spades, my Clary, and then these are both of my Michelle's, my original one, and then the big box store one. I put those both together up there. And then the big Plittiflorum is back in its spot over here. That's where I had it. I feel like it looks really good there. Look how long that new leaf is. It's still growing. It's like all the way down there. That's a new little hybrid. I forget the name of that one. I'll have to check the tag on it. And yeah, like I said, a lot of these here are new. So I'm not really familiar with what they are. I'd have to look at the tag. I do know what some of them are, but yeah, it's gonna take me a bit to become familiar with them. I put Delta Force there. And then I do have one more trailing Anthurium. It's the Wenglengrii there. It hasn't really grown much yet. It does have a new leaf coming in. But that one, once it grows and gets long, I'll move that back up to the top. Here's the riser with the seedlings. I put some of the bigger ones here on this shelf. And then if I need to turn that light off, I can. And then I actually put the Carla in here to rehab. It's like a closed little terrarium type thing. So once it roots up, I'll get that potted back up, but it's under light, so it should do okay. I didn't have enough pots, so I've used these clear acrylics for drainage when I go to water. And then I had some of these self-watering pots. They're the white. I just used the outer pot and then set the nursery pot in here. It's not like set up as self-watering, but this was all that I really had to fit these pots right now. So it is a lot of white, which I don't really want for this shelf, but it'll work for now. At least they're not going to drain water everywhere when I water them. These are my hybrids here, the 3 that I kept. I stuffed the queen back there for right now, but I may move it. And then I know you can't really see inside of here yet, but these are some of the smaller seedlings. I brought out the regular Warocquanum, and I have some Cartel, just some ones that need to rehab and stuff. So those are like my tiny ones still. So they'll get a little extra humidity being in here. It's not weather strip, but I feel like they'll do better in here. I also have this little cute pot. I didn't know what to do with it, but I put some extra pollination materials here, like little tubes, paintbrushes, and then the baggies. I need to get a marker and some tape or a label for whenever I collect pollen. I can easily just grab it here and, you know, put it in my freezer. I thought that was the cutest little pot for that right here. And this pally, the smaller one, is back on the end over here. I really like this light. I can move it and angle it. If I want it, you know, up, I can move it down further, but it's just a really nice light. I think I have just a 15 watt in this one. I ended up using a 15 watt in that one too, so that's a new light. So that's kind of getting those. And then that one has 3 15 watts in that one. So it's pretty dark up top. So I'll see how they do. Like some of them have been up top, like my Ace of Spades and my Clary, so they're used to lower light up there. And they do get some light with the window here, but by this time of day, the light is pretty much gone. But I can always add some light up top if I feel like they need it. Yeah, that is crazy. I cannot believe how many Anthuriums I have. Absolutely crazy. I'm excited to see a lot of these grow though. And we'll see if I, you know, end up downsizing some more, but I'm excited to cross some of these and just excited to have them in my collection. But yeah, this is definitely my favorite shelf right here, these two. I love this. I do want to film an entire Anthurium collection video at some point, but I want to do the Hoyas first because I do know I want to start propping those first. So once I get that done, and I might just save it for August since, yeah, we're already almost a week into July, so yeah, I'll film an Anthurium collection video next month, and that way if any of the rehabs decide to do well, I can like share an update in that video, and then I can give like a mini update with the shelf if I noticed anything with that for that video as well. So, but I'm excited to share them all. I still can't believe I have that many Anthuriums. It's crazy. I really hope you enjoyed the video though. It was a lot of fun for me to get this shelf up. I keep staring at it when I come over here. I do think the grow lights added a sense of elegance to the shelf. I feel like it just made it, I don't know, it just made it better. So I really like it. I'll probably rearrange, of course, and change out some pots as I go, maybe add a few decor pieces if I can find something for the shelf. Thank you so much for watching me put this together. I really hope you enjoyed, and I will talk to you again soon.